Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Justina, and in the previous episode, we talked about authenticity, being seen, and the loneliness that can come with personal growth. Today, I want to talk about something that quietly affects almost everyone, especially when you're trying to grow, heal, or build a life that feels true to you: comparison. Comparing your life to others, your progress to someone else's timeline, your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. If you've ever felt like you're falling behind, even when you're doing your best, this episode is for you. So take a deep breath and let's begin. Comparison isn't always about jealousy. Often it's about self doubt. It's the moment you look at someone else's life and start questioning your own. It's measuring your growth, your success, or your timing against someone else's path. And the problem with comparison isn't that you notice others, it's that you forget yourself in the process. Comparison is learned from a young age. Many of us were taught to measure achievement, seek approval, compete for validation, define success externally. We learned to look outside ourselves for proof that we are doing okay. Social media intensifies this. We are constantly exposed to curated lives, milestones, and achievements without context, without the full story. So comparison becomes automatic, not because something is wrong with you, but because your nervous system is trying to orient itself. Comparison can sound like, I should be further by now. Everyone else has it figured out. Why is this so easy for them and so hard for me? I'm running out of time. It makes you feel behind, inadequate, discouraged, disconnected from your own journey. And the more you compare, the harder it becomes to hear your own voice. Living in comparison slowly disconnects you from yourself. You may start to doubt your choices, rush the process, abandon what feels right to keep up, or lose appreciation of how far you've come. Comparison steals presence. It pulls you out of your life and into someone else's, and no one can thrive there. Stopping comparison isn't about never noticing others, it's about coming back to yourself. Remember that you're seeing a fragment. You're comparing your full inner world to a small, curated snapshot of someone else's life. That comparison, it's never fair. Reconnect with your own values. Comparison fades where you're clear on what matters to you, not what looks impressive, not what's prized, but what actually feels aligned. Notice when comparison is a signal. Often comparison points to a desire, not a failure. Instead of criticizing yourself, ask what it's showing you. Slow down your timeline. You're not late, you're not behind, you're on your own timeline. Growth doesn't respond well to pressure, it responds to patience. Practice self compassion. Speak to yourself the way you would to someone you love. Kindness quiets comparison, harshness fuels it. So when you stop comparing yourself to others, your nervous system settles, your confidence becomes steadier, your decisions feel clearer, your joy becomes more accessible. You stop rushing, you stop chasing, you start trusting, and your life begins to feel like it belongs to you again. If you struggle with comparison, it doesn't mean you're insecure. It means you care. It means you want more for your life. But your path doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be meaningful. You're not behind, you are becoming. And as usual, I have three journal questions for you. Just write them down and answer them whenever you want. and keep them safe. Don't share the answers with anyone, they're just for yourself. So, the first question is, who do I compare myself to most often? The second question is, what does comparison make me question about myself? And the last question is, what values actually matter to me right now? So, like I said, just write them down and answer them whenever you have time. And I also have the usual action steps for the week. So, I want you to practice awareness. So, notice when comparison shows up without judging it. And I also want you to ask yourself daily, what feels right to me today? And the usual affirmation, I want you to write it down in the same journal where you write the questions. And that's, I trust my timing. Whenever you feel like someone else is better than you, or they achieved more than you, or you just feel bad about where you are in your life at the moment, just read this affirmations. Keep reminding yourself that not everyone's growth is the same. So, as we come to the end of today's episode, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember that you don't need to outrun anyone, you don't need to prove anything, and you don't need to live someone else's life to succeed. Your journey is valid, your pace is valid, and your path is your own. Thank you for being here. If this episode resonated with you, feel free to share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to come and say hi on my Instagram at positive.mindset.adventures. So until next time, take care of yourself, trust your timing, and keep choosing what feels true. Thank you for listening once again. See you and bye.